Hi everyone, my name is Adam Harris from Trade with Precision and welcome to IC Markets Market Commentary. So let's have a quick look through the markets. Currently looking at euro dollar, it is in an uptrend above the 10, 50 and 20 moving averages, doing a little bit of a retracement within the uptrend. So I'll be looking for some bullish candles to form near the moving averages to provide a potential buying opportunity to the upside, looking nice and bullish there. If we move across and have a look at sterling, at cable, that had a false breakout or failed breakout around the bottom, and then has recently been in an uptrend, coming back to test the outside of the range for potential support. So very similar to euro dollar, we've got the 50, 20 and 10 in a bullish formation and looking for price to head a little bit lower before potentially providing a bullish setup. Then having a look at gold. Gold has obviously been on fire lately. It's broken outside of that ascending I was just going to say this was a pinnacle shape, broke it to the upside. It's very much overextended. You can see the first bearish candle forming now. So what I'm looking for and anticipating here is a retracement over the coming days, and again back down towards previous highs, and then looking for a potential buy setup. Having a look at crude oils. Crude oils have consolidated lately. They really are trying to break higher. They don't have a very strong bullish momentum compared to some things, say for example the currencies or gold, but they are trying to head a little bit higher. Then if we have a look at the global indices, they're also starting to slow down a bit after a very good run. Similar to gold, there is a high probability of some form of a correction, a little bit lower, ideally potentially down towards these previous highs before resuming the uptrend. If you have a look, for example, at the S&P, very strong, very stable trend, but is starting to lose some momentum. The implication being that in the coming days and or weeks, we will see a bit of a correction forming there. NASDAQ as well here, you can see starting to produce more red candles, starting to stumble a little bit, and definitely potential for a retest of these levels of support in the coming days and weeks. Looking, for example, very quickly at the FTSE, though, this is interesting and very uplifting, as it's looking quite nice and bullish, very keen to break out, but it hasn't had as much growth as the US, and therefore it's a little bit lagging and a little bit overdue for a bit of a move to the upside. The DAX as well had a very good run, also starting to pull back a little bit more frequently, and that potential to slow down at least over the next week or two. So just a little bit more cautious there. The ASX, again, out of Australia, very nice breakthrough of resistance, potentially wanting to come back and test that. So that has had a nice breakout and looking good. Quick look at Tesla. Tesla now obviously starting to break and produce lower lows. This now looks more and more likely to head down towards the 150 mark in its immediate future. We'll see how that does, but a very strong bearish close to the downside there, not looking super strong. Nvidia having a bit of a knockback on the weekly time frame, and therefore also overextended, due just for a correction down to potentially down towards a 700 would be a very nice healthy correction before resuming its general longer term uptrend. Amazon, for example, doing really, really well here, starting to slow down a little bit back down towards the moving averages, and then finishing off with Bitcoin, which is obviously on fire. We just have a look at this, been so bullish, broken through the previous highs, looking very good, but also overextended. And you can see in the past where we've had that kind of thing happen. So is it possible it can happen in the near future? Here, yes, it's starting to produce shorter and shorter candles. We're not there yet, but what I'm going to do is just highlight a potential area where I would start to expect to look for it to start to slow down and potentially produce some wicks and finish off with a red candle, which would then signify the correction down. But overall, the trend is nice and healthy, and therefore any corrections would be potential buying opportunities, not a bad thing, part of a healthy trend to the upside. And that's it. I'll leave you with that, and I look forward to chatting to you in the next video.